André held a special status, and not just among his colleagues.
By promoters, producers, or handlers, André was to be treated as something special.
Yeah, he knew that he had the power to make careers.
No one could beat him, but after 15 years in the company, this became a problem.
Probably someday, I have to say that, probably someday somebody gonna beat me.
In 1987, André the Giant was 40 years old. He remembered what the doctors told him. He knew he wasn't going to make it much longer. André was much bigger now than he was in his early career. Hulk Hogan says they once weighed him at the scales at a baggage claim.
They always said he was the 500-pound André the Giant, but we weighed him at the scales at the baggage claim in Detroit. He was about 697.
At this stage, the gentle giant had trouble walking and sometimes used a cane. His iconic black singlet now helped hide a back brace that provided support for his ailing frame. In the ring, he could perform only the most basic maneuvers.
Because he'd gained a bunch of weight and he had that huge back surgery thing when he was in a ton of pain.
Constantly has one hand on the ropes, or he has his hands on his opponent he just needs something to steady himself.
So Vince came up with a plan. Hulk Hogan, the absolute top star at the time, should beat him at WrestleMania 3 in front of 78,000 people.
If he's a bad guy, who's going to stop him? Well, there's only one person who might be able to.
1,000 Hercules in one. The 24-inch pythons are undefeatable.
Hulk Hogan, champion for over 3 years. André the Giant, undefeated for 15 years.
It was just the right time, the right people, the right place. It was just all the perfect storm.
André's time was up, and he knew it. But there was one question that nobody could answer. What if André the Giant refused to take the fall?
A tremendous amount at stake, because this is the final chapter that you can write.
Everyone backstage knew André wasn't a big fan of scripting. He just went out and did his thing, and he was never concerned about losing.
And it's like, so what are we doing? Like, the bell rings at the match before us. It's like their match is over, and it's like, we're up. What are we doing? And he's like, don't worry, I beat you with an elbow. And it's like, okay, well, how are we going to go into it? And he goes, don't worry about it. He walks out to the ring.
The understanding was André would sell anything that I did to him, but then at the end of the match, André was going over. André was going to get his hand raised.
André wrestled the match he wanted to wrestle, and when he was done, he would finish his opponent, go backstage, and drink. And nothing under the sun could stop him.
Wasn't sure how it was gonna go down. I didn't have a problem with doing the job and André beating me. It made me just as big in my mind.
Pontiac, Michigan. André the Giant is getting ready for the biggest match of his career. He is sitting in his dressing room, finishing another bottle of wine to keep the pain away. As 78,000 wrestling fans are waiting for the biggest match of the century, there's a knock on the door. It was Hogan.
As we were sitting there, I said, André, what do you want to do out there? Don't worry.
Hulk came over a couple of times, said, we good, boss? He goes, I don't know.
Hulk realized this was no longer André, the gentle giant. Something changed in him.
André became bitter and jealous and evil.
André and Hogan had been a tag team before this storyline.
I can't think of a better partner, a better person that'll stand toe-to-toe and fight with me all the way than the big boss, André the Giant.
But now that they were feuding, André turned heel.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
What is he doing?
You're bleeding.
We all know how the match went. André stuck to the script. He lived pro wrestling like few others. There was never a doubt in his mind that he would lay down to Hogan, pass the torch.
At the time, he knew much more than all of us. He knew that that's what had to be done to help Vince move this business forward.
Wrestling fan or not, everyone knew André the Giant. 7'5", 500 pounds, picked up and body slammed in the middle of the ring in front of 93,000 people. That moment can never be replicated.
The uncertainty around the finish was part of the storyline to maintain a level of mystique and drama around the biggest main event in WrestleMania history. It wasn't actually the first time these two faced off, nor was it the first time Hulk body slammed André.
Anything that happened before WrestleMania 3, forget about it.